Okay, good morning, everyone. Call this public meeting to order. If you'd please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes from our last Commissioners' meeting.
Motion.
Second.
On the question? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the minutes have been approved. Opportunity for the public to address the board on agenda items only. Okay, seeing that there is no one, Resolution 25-0014.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this is approving the filing of an application for the Strategic Management Planning Program. Be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County is hereby approve the filing of an application to the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, for the Strategic Management Planning Program Phase 2. Lackawanna County will be undertaking a project under the Strategic Management Planning Program to develop and implement a multi-year financial management, administrative service delivery, and economic development programs and strategies. Be it further resolved, the Lackawanna County hereby authorizes the chairman of the Lackawanna County Board of Commissioners to sign and authorize all documents and accept any awards related to the Strategic Management Planning Program, and that Lackawanna County's Board of Commissioners does hereby authorize the submission of this application to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania's DCED Strategic Management Planning Program on behalf of Lackawanna County, adopted at a special meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on January 15, 2025. Mr. Chairman, here to speak upon that is our Chief Financial Officer, Mr. David Bulzoni.
Good morning.
Morning, Commissioners. The reason for continued strategic management planning program involvement pertains to the oversight of implementation of those recommendations, which will be included in the Phase 1 report, which we expect within the next couple of weeks. The report is pointless unless its recommendations are evaluated and, as determined appropriate, implemented accordingly. We believe that given the more acute nature of the county's structural issues, that implementation of many of the recommendations will be warranted. A sizable real estate tax increase really only solves an immediate problem, but doesn't address those structural issues that cause the problem. And to restate what has been stated previously, the county experienced a large real estate tax increase in 2012, and here we are experiencing problems that may be similar since the structural nature of the issues persist. So hence, there's the value in the report, evaluating the report, and seriously considering its recommendations. Relative to cost, the county will be able to reassign budgeted funds within the Revenue and Finance Department, which were allocated to the utility audit. The audit was completed without any findings, and therefore there was no cost assigned. And this is more of a perspective, but in the form of a cautionary note. So in a consumption-led economy, we continue to rely on real estate taxes, the base of which has been stagnant for at least a decade, and state largesse, which has had its limitations as well. In a consumption-led economy, it seems to make sense that we should be relying more on sales taxes and an earned income tax, both of which had much greater performance and consistency over the years. Be that whatever it may, again, this is where the value of the report lies. We have limitations on the revenue side. Being able to look at these structural issues and implement whatever those recommendations are is going to have value. We'll need the oversight to implement those recommendations. Hence, that's where Phase 2 comes into play. I would strongly recommend approval of the legislation.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Bulzoni? Okay. I will entertain a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
On the question? Today is another step in the right direction for Lackawanna County. I'd like to just take a moment and remind everyone where Commissioner McGloin and I began January 1st of last year. The county was in an absolute tailspin financially. $19 million in unpaid bills. The Office of Youth and Family Service services in crisis, operational inefficiencies. Credit rating was downgraded twice, and in that report was absolutely damning. It was issued on the county's financial weaknesses. Having to borrow around $11 million just to make it through the end of last year, to meet payroll, to keep the lights on, to pay for crucial services. And Commissioner McGloin and I didn't just sit around and hope that things change. We made them change, and that is called leadership. We applied for and were accepted into the Strategic Management Planning Program with the State Department of Community and Economic Development. We brought in financial experts to do a complete analysis both on the financial issues the county was facing and also, as equally important, the operational challenges. Let's identify them and then come up with the solutions on how to actually fix them. Within the program that PFM helped us with through the Strategic Management Planning Program, you first had a financial condition assessment, which was a multi-year trend analysis of historic financial data and an assessment of current budget performance, where they projected future revenue, expenditure, economic and demographic trends, so that we could understand our future and take action to counteract any negative trends. They also did financial trend forecasting, which was really, really important for us here in Lackawanna County. And because of the nature of the finances last year, they also helped us come up with an emergency plan to make it to the end of 2024. So they helped us identify some critical cash flow issues that impacted the health, safety, and welfare of our residents, and help us come up with an emergency plan to address actions and to be taken during that 6 to 9 month time frame. A management audit was complete. That management audit was of all major departments and operations. They went in and interviewed all department managers, department heads, and staff in order to facilitate a view of the most critical operational and technological needs. And what we will see, as Mr. Bulzoni mentioned in the next few weeks, is the final plan with all of those important recommendations. So our goal from the beginning was to set Lackawanna County on a path to financial stability. But a goal without a plan is just a wish. The final plan with all of these important recommendations is going to be introduced at a public meeting in the next few weeks where people will be able to view it and weigh in on it. Now, I think it's important to point out that Commissioner McGloin and I weren't just waiting around for this plan to be developed. We weren't waiting around for someone to tell us what to do. We were implementing measures throughout last year to stop the bleeding financially and to make the county more efficient. We eliminated the County Department of Health, which saved the county taxpayers millions and millions of dollars. We instituted a hiring freeze and put a hold on all purchasing other than for public safety and for essential services. We worked hard to finally start paying bills on time. We eliminated 90 full-time and part-time positions across 19 departments. That's almost 10% of the county workforce, which produced millions of dollars in savings. We're working very hard to cut overtime costs. The Office of Youth and Family Services has done a complete 180, a complete turnaround. We just had a meeting yesterday. We are at 70% staffing. That just doesn't happen because somebody clicks their fingers and hopes that it happens. Commissioner McGloin and I made that happen. We made that happen. We turned that agency around. That was an agency at the beginning of last year that was in complete crisis and a complete tailspin. And we worked hard with Carrie Browning and with others in this administration, and we made it work. We established priority-based budgeting, a further effort to examine every aspect of county business and budgeting according to actual priorities rather than past practice. We are implementing a program known as CashFest, which has the potential to produce millions of dollars in new revenue. And we are finally funding the pension plan. Failing to fund the pension plan was a major factor in the county's recent credit rating downgrade by Standard & Poor's. So what Commissioner McGloin and I have exhibited in the last year is good government in its leadership. We understand that good government, transparency, sound financial planning, and decision-making based on data aren't the sexiest things to talk about. And it may not make the front page every single day, and it's not something that people in coffee shops throughout Lackawanna County are spending time talking about. but it's important for people to know that what we are doing is actually working. People elected us to do the job and to get it done, and we are. 2025 will be another challenging year financially and operationally, but we are beginning to turn the corner. This will take time. The second phase of the process that we initiated a year ago this week starts today with the vote on this legislation. We expect to be approved again by the state, who have been really, really good partners. All of the folks at the Department of Community and Economic Development have been crucial in helping us get through these difficult times. And the second phase, along with PFM, will help us implement these crucial recommendations that you all will see in the next few weeks. So in closing, this is where the rubber meets the road, and this is where we continue to implement structural reforms that will set Lackawanna County on sound financial footing for years to come. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Excuse me. Opportunity for the public to address the board. Ma'am?
Is this on? Yep. Good morning, commissioners, staff, and county residents. My name is Jennifer Mercero, and I'm the new client relationship manager for Penn State Extension Area 4, which includes Lackawanna County. Before I give some updates, I wanted to say thank you again for your continued support of Extension. It's greatly appreciated. A couple of events we have going on. Our Food Families and Communities educator, Chrissy Pullman, will be hosting a group-based strength training program called LIFT for adults ages 40 and above. The LIFT program aims at improving functional fitness and to make daily activities easier as we age. An informational meeting will be held tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Weston Field, and the program will begin officially on January 28th. LIFT helps attendees reach personal goals with diet, exercise, and works towards lowering risks of diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, and obesity. More information can be found by calling our Lackawanna Penn State Extension office, or you can find me at the end of this meeting. Next, we have our Master Gardeners. Today they're at the Scranton School for the Deaf, wrapping up an exciting project. I love this one. They grew popcorn kernels with the students, and today they are there popping the kernels that they grew themselves. Our Master Gardener Coordinator, Jill, does an amazing job with many school-based programs, and I will continue to report on these throughout the year. Jill's also working on a native plant sale at NAOG Greenhouse Project, a winter sewing workshop at the NAOG Community Room, and the Seed to Supper program at the Valley Community Library. And then just one note, 4-H will be hosting their 4-H Superheroes Recognition event. I do have our metas on here, but I found out today it's changing someplace to be determined, so stay tuned for that. And just one last thing in closing, our programs are vital for the health and well-being of our community. Our goal is to grow each program to create an even greater reach throughout your community here. And we can make this possible with your continued support, commissioners. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for all you guys do.
And thank you, and welcome and congratulations. And then anything like this going on as well, events and things like that, our digital communications coordinator, Kristen O'Malley, is here. So make sure you get that information to her, and then we can get it out on our social media to help spread the word, of course.
Clumsy in the beginning. I just on my feet. Today's my first. You're my first. So I was in training all the months going into Christmas, but I'm very excited.
Well, welcome, and we're here if you need anything. All right.
Thank you very much. Would anyone else like to address the board? Okay, Commissioners, other business. Commissioner Chermak?
Thank you, everybody, for coming to our special meeting. I look forward to PFM's report, and I look forward to finally getting this county back on track financially. So anxious to get moving with that as well. So thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner McGloin?
Nope, we're good.
Okay, with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
On the question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. This meeting's adjourned. Thank you, everyone.